Hello, everyone. This is Nona Jordan. And this week, I'm going to talk to you about the 4 signs of authentic abundance. To be honest, I've always struggled with the way that the term abundance is used in personal development and even in spiritual communities. It seems to me that there's an incredible fragility when you're talking about abundance in terms of manifesting and this almost superstitious avoidance of negativity or a paranoia that if we're thinking about something bad, it's going to bring more of it to us. And that if we're feeling badly about something, that we are going to perpetuate and bring a lack of abundance towards ourselves. So what I want to talk to you about today is the fact that really, in the face of the increasing complexity and challenges in the world, I believe more than ever, we need what I refer to as authentic abundance, particularly if you own a business or if you are a leader in a business. Cultivating or really actively focusing on bringing authentic abundance into your life and your organizations is so important. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the 4 signs that you can look for to assess whether you are living with an authentic abundance mindset. So the first sign that you are living with an authentic abundance mindset is that you know what abundance means to you. So I'm going to illustrate this with a story. Years ago, when I was teaching one of the first iterations of my course, Get Right with Money, one of the women was absolutely obsessed with the idea that in order for her to be successful, she needed to own a home. And she was pouring all kinds of energy into saving money and working in a particular way so she could purchase a home. And as we were exploring what success and abundance actually meant to her, she realized that she did not want to own a home. And this was so freeing for her. She was able to take the time and energy and money that she had been spending on this incredible effort to purchase a home, and she was able to put that towards what she really cared about, what really fostered and cultivated a sense of abundance for her. So again, knowing what abundance means to you, not necessarily the social norms, not necessarily unexamined expectations or ideas about what abundance might be, but really knowing what it means to you. The second way that you can know whether you are in authentic abundance is that you actively receive the goodness of life. So one of the hallmarks of being outside of abundance or being in scarcity is actually a lack of capacity to receive goodness, to appreciate what's going on, and to also celebrate. That's all part of receiving. And so you know that you are cultivating and living in an authentic abundance mindset if you are actively receiving, if you are celebrating the good things, if you are open to people's compliments and what people say that's great about you. So that's a really big sign that you are living in an authentic abundance mindset. The third indicator is that you have practices that bring you back to a sense of the inner and outer abundance that is yours to steward and grow. So what is inherent in this particular indicator is that authentic abundance is a process. It's a practice. It's something we're in a living relationship with. And if you're in an authentic abundance mindset, you absolutely recognize that there are practices that can and will bring you back to a sense of the abundance that is both within you and around you. Finally, you know that you are in an authentic abundance mindset when you recognize that scarcity wounding has set in. So, what's interesting about this is that a lot of times in the traditional abundance mindset teachings, there's this sort of underlying idea that we're never going to feel scarcity again. And that is just false. Because of circumstances in life and the way that we live, absolutely, we are going to experience the activation of scarcity wounding. And if you can recognize it and not be like, oh no, I'm drawing bad things to me, I'm not going to be abundant because I'm experiencing these thoughts or feelings. If you can just recognize scarcity and then say, yeah, this is normal. Our brains are actually wired to look for what's wrong in our environment. This is actually part of our evolutionary wisdom. And if you are keyed into an authentic abundance mindset, you know that. And you know that your work in that moment is to discern whether or not there's something to actually be concerned about. And then turning your gaze, turning your attention towards those practices of authentic abundance. So to wrap it up, traditional uses of the word abundance often actually carry an undertone of scarcity. There's almost this desperate desire to have as much as possible in the name of manifesting abundance. However, prioritizing authentic abundance is really essential to be a thoughtful, engaged human doing meaningful work in the world. And being in that state of, like, ooh, I want to manifest. I have this desperate desire for more. That does not make for a thoughtful, engaged leader. So rooting into practices that cultivate authentic abundance offers you access to your power, your personal agency, and your capacity to choose your actions wisely on behalf of yourself, but also on behalf of others around you. Authentic abundance is discerning, and it has the capacity to recognize perceived scarcity when it arises. And yet, authentic abundance holds the wisdom to address this wounding with compassion and turn back towards abundance. And finally, authentic abundance knows what it wants and needs and believes there is more than enough for everyone. And this deep belief, held in the body psyche, changes the way that we move through the world and the way that we engage. Until next time, this is Nona Jordan.